I wanted to ask about Nicki Minaj, because she's like, you know, very in the news these days. Has like, you're doing a face right now.
We don't mess with Nicki.
You don't mess with Nicki?
No, we don't mess with Nicki.
Did you used to mess with her?
Oh, of course. I mean, you had to, but I will be clear. I have always loved Cardi more.
Okay.
And clearly my instincts were right to love on Cardi more than Nicki.
Totally. So you kind of flipped on her. What was the moment you decided that I just can't anymore?
I just don't do sellouts, especially in this moment, right? Like, things are too serious. There are too many people that are being harmed. And especially with her being an immigrant, then deciding to go and cozy up to this administration that is specifically putting targets on the backs of immigrants and anyone who stands with them. Even if they're U.S. citizens, they can catch a bullet. That is wrong. And I don't even understand how you can play with it and pretend like it's anything but wrong.
Why do you think she's doing it then?
Listen, I don't know if it's because she looking for some papers for some people, or if she's looking for them other papers, because, you know, I hear that she got family members that's got a little, you know, a few little issues, right? And so maybe she needs them other papers, because he love to hand those out, usually at a cost, right? But going after people like Don Lemon, who I love dearly, just wrong. Like, she's just on the wrong side of history. So I hope that people remember all of this when she comes back and she's broke and she's begging for money and support, because something tells me MAGA ain't gonna do it for her.
If Nicki came out with, like, you know, a summer jam and you couldn't not bop your head to it, do you think you'd still have to turn it off when you're in the car to come on the radio, or like, can you divorce those two things?
I think that there are plenty of people. I'll give you an example. R. Kelly, right? A lot of people took issue with R. Kelly. R. Kelly obviously is serving and doing his time right now. But something tells me that people are still bumping R. Kelly somewhere, somehow, right? I think that there are people that can divorce the art. For me, it is more so about, like, your dollars. Like, are you going to support with your dollars certain things? Because it's the dollars that have given her a platform in the first place. Otherwise, Donald Trump wouldn't even know who she was. No one would know who she was but for the dollars that were used to support her, that allowed her to have the platform that she has. Do you want to continue to support or elevate a person's platform who's then going to turn around and do things that are demeaning to us as a society?
It's interesting to me that, like, she's like the MAGA hero right now, but she's not included in their halftime Super Bowl show. You know how they're doing a Turning Points halftime show? Kid Rock is headlining. I assumed that Nicki was going to headline, but she's not even on the bill. It's a pride. Why do you think Nicki's not on there?
She may now understand her place as it relates to MAGA, but maybe she won't. Who knows?
Jasmine Crockett was asked by TMZ what she thinks about this Nicki Minaj thing that is going on, about her coming out to proclaim her undying support for the orange man and her receiving the gold card, like the way it was later on denounced and everything that has been happening, the way she just turned against her own people, the way she turned against her own community, the way she turned against her own supporters. And Jasmine Crockett was like, we no longer mess with her. I definitely believed in Cardi B, and it looks like my instincts weren't wrong. They were right, and I don't think that it was a wrong thing for me to support Cardi B the whole period. Let's watch the videos about how people thought about it all, and then after that, I'm going to give my comments and my point of view after watching these videos. And credit belongs to the original creators of the videos that I have used. Stay tuned, my great people.
So TMZ called Jasmine Crockett outside, and she had a little choice words for Nicki Minaj. She said, oh, we don't mess with Nicki Minaj, because, you know, TMZ very much messy. Asked her how she felt about Nicki and everything she's been doing. She said, yeah, we don't mess with her, and I've always liked Cardi more, and I see why. And TMZ asked why, what happened? Because I heard that you used to like Nicki Minaj. She said, yes, I very much did, but now she's a sellout and we don't mess with sellouts. Then she started going into, for her to be an immigrant and then for her to support a man who's just deporting immigrants for no reason, even the ones who have green cards, even the ones who did things the right way, and she's supporting that. It's just not a good look. And specifically, she mentioned about how Trump is putting a target on them. And she said she doesn't understand how she can support a man like that. Now, she also said, look, I don't know if she's looking for certain papers and then those other papers, because she do understand that her family members are having some type of issues. Now, y'all know who she's talking about. And so then they asked, okay, so if Nicki come out with a song that's real good, can you listen to it? She said, I mean, well, you know, a lot of people still listen to music of people who they do not support. For example, R. Kelly. A lot of people do not support R. Kelly and what he's done, but they're still going to bump his music. Her thing is, you can still listen to the music, but you cannot support the dollars that support them in their lifestyle. That's the only difference. As long as you're not putting money in their pocket, she understands why people still does it. So then TMZ asked her, why don't you think Nicki Minaj is playing in the Super Bowl? She said, probably because MAGA put her in her place. She now probably understands her place, or maybe she don't. Now, TMZ called her a MAGA hero. I ain't gonna go all the way that deep, but she definitely supports the Trump movement right now. And I think later on we will see why it is. We all have speculation of why, but eventually it's definitely all gonna come out. What do y'all think about Jasmine Crockett? Do y'all agree with her or disagree with her?
Not Jasmine whacking Nicki.
We don't mess with Nicki. I will be clear, I have always loved Cardi more. Clearly my instincts were right to love on Cardi more than Nicki. I just don't do sellouts. She's just on the wrong side of history. So I hope that people remember all of this when she comes back and she's broke and she's begging for money and support, because something tells me MAGA ain't gonna do it for her.
She recently called her a sellout and claimed that she always liked Cardi B more following Nicki's recent antics. Claims that Nicki will go broke and eventually come crawling back, begging to be in people's good graces because she feels like MAGA is not it for Nicki.
Why do you think she's doing it then?
Listen, I don't know if it's because she looking for some papers for some people, or if she's looking for them other papers, because, you know, I hear that she got family members that's got a little, you know, a few little issues, right? And so maybe she needs them other papers, because he love to hand those out, usually at a cost.
TMZ caught up with her and it's looking like she said her instincts were right to love on Cardi more because she is just not feeling what Nicki is doing, and she went on to claim that Nicki is on the wrong side of history. I told you, Jasmine Crockett meant business. She says she cannot do sellouts when asked why she turned on Nicki. I'm curious to know what you guys think regarding this, and I want to know if you guys feel like Jasmine had valid points. Definitely understand what she was getting at. While she's sure there are people out there who still gonna listen to Nicki's music, it's more so about supporting Nicki with your dollars. That's how we know Nicki on a public level, and that's how Donald Trump even knows her, because her supporters have funded her to help her gain notoriety. This has clearly been a dog pile on Nicki week, and I'm sure she expected nothing less with her popping out at events with the Orange Man and with his team. I'm curious to know what y'all think regarding this, and if y'all feel like Jasmine's points were valid.
Everybody's favorite political baddie, Jasmine Crockett, said that we don't mess with Nicki and that she's always been Team Cardi. And I just want to say that I approve this message. She ain't never lie. And I want to lock arms in solidarity with her, because you know that lady finna start tweeting and the bars finna go crazy.
We don't mess with Nicki.
You don't mess with Nicki?
No, we don't mess with Nicki.
Did you used to mess with her?
Oh, of course. I mean, you had to, but I will be clear, I have always loved Cardi more.
Okay.
And clearly my instincts were right to love on Cardi more than Nicki.
Totally. So you kind of flipped on her. What was the moment you decided that I just can't anymore?
I just don't do sellouts, especially in this moment, right? Like,
first, let me start out by saying that she's better than me, because the first question that would have left my mouth is, why you asking? Because I'm black, and that's why she does politics and I don't, okay? But it's impossible to disagree with that sentiment, especially in this moment where we see everything that's going on, and Nicki is making a choice to align herself with a certain political group that she knows is not in the best interest of all the people that have supported her for this long. So whether or not you were a barb, we all knew that she was a staple in the culture. And I guess that just didn't matter to her. Anyway, I approve this message.
Jasmine Crockett did not throw shade at Nicki Minaj. She fired direct shots. And I think that she got hit with them. Because, yeah, being on the wrong side of history, that's exactly what the fuck Nicki Minaj is doing currently. See, Jasmine even threw some shade in about Cardi B. She said, I always really love Cardi B more. Now, while I don't agree with her opinion concerning that, that's her personal preference or whatever, the reporter was asking her, you know, about, like, you know, could she be able to separate the music from what she's done? And from what I got, it seemed like she kind of, you know, tread the line there. But essentially, in the end, I think she came on through and let it be known that there is when somebody does something like that, especially with Nicki Minaj being an immigrant, then it's basically inexcusable for her, standing on the side of MAGA. And she's predicting that Nicki is going to need money, and that Donald Trump and his MAGA friends are not going to be there, because people are already wondering, y'all, I've seen, what is it, Kid Rock that's performing for the little halftime something that they got going on, but Nicki Minaj ain't. Why?
Welcome back, my great and amazing people. So, for those of you who do not understand, a while back, Nicki Minaj came out and proclaimed her undying support and love for the orange man on his summit. And she said that she's going to be on the right hand politics, supporting this man despite everything that anybody else feels about her supporting him. And she said that she doesn't care about those who hate on her, because the more they hate on her and the supporters, the more they actually get the energy to keep on supporting him. And she later on said that she's the #1 supporter of the orange man. Later on, everybody was questioning everything, asking what could have been the reason as to why she was actually doing this. And she later on came out with a gold card that she was given by Trump himself, saying, and a lot of people, including her and her supporters, came out with the idea that it was a residency card, like she has already been given the residency card, meaning that she was no longer an immigrant and that she was now a US citizen. But to her surprise, the gold card was denounced by the White House, saying that they do not have consent of any legal document given to Nicki Minaj, and that card was nothing more than a memento. That means that it was only a card given for her support, for her undying support for the orange man. And when she was all out here proclaiming her love, she said that she was giving the card for free. And I want you to understand that among the reasons why this card was actually not legit was because she was given for free. You have to pay for it, like $1 million and above. But she said that she did not pay for this card. And I just want to say this, it's an honest opinion. I don't know what you feel about this. I don't think that this card was free, because you literally went ahead and denounced your people. You went ahead and just went against each and every person who actually supported you. You went ahead and went against everything that you believed in before, because before she wasn't a supporter of the orange man. And this card, it wasn't even worth it, because you could have gone the right way to try and get the American citizenship, the documentation and everything. Like, you could have done it the right way. But I also understand that you're having issues with your husband and your brother, because apparently they are not good people at such. Anyway, I'm not going to get to that. I also want you to understand that after the way she came out bragging and everything, it was called out during the Grammy Awards by Trevor Noah, but it was just hilarious. And I know that I'm also waiting for the response, because I know whatever response she's gonna come up with, it's gonna be crazy. And when we were waiting, she came out and just said that Trevor Noah is gay. And I'm like, we're in 2026. What do you mean that you're just trying to come out someone simply because they are gay? gay doesn't mean anything. But what are we even talking about? We already know what the right-hand supporters support. They are not okay with gay people. They are completely against that. But they are okay with pedophiles, right? Oh my God. That is so heartbreaking. So, I think Jasmine Crockett actually did the right thing the way she came out and said that she's not messing with her anymore, because she has just gone ahead and denounced her own people. She has gone ahead and just showed that she doesn't care about any other person apart from herself. And the fact that she said that God is the one who's actually that God is protecting the orange man and everything else. I am like, wait, what do you mean God is protecting the orange man? This man is not even doing the right things. He's wrong at a lot of points. But anyway, whatever serves you, Nikki, because I don't understand why she would come out and support this person with the way he actually rules. He doesn't rule in the right way, because he literally doesn't care about human life, and you just came out to tell us that you don't care about human life yourself. Anyway, far from that, I feel like Jasmine Crockett did the right thing. I think this is the right call. I don't know what you think about all this. You can just let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And if you're new here, my beautiful people, do not forget to hit the subscription button. Subscribe, like, share, leave a comment telling me what you think about it. And until next time, my amazing people, it's goodbye from me. Bye.